What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching NFL Daily. If you're looking for the latest news and rumors, you're in the right place. Today's show, we're going to start it off with Joe Burrow. Sorry, no cigar in today's episode. But according to a report from Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk, the Miami Dolphins want Joe Burrow. You know what, Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk? Thanks. Really appreciate this report. So we know that Joe Burrow is set to be the number one overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, correct? Yes. The funny part about this is we know that the Dolphins have 3 first-round picks, and yes, they have a major need at quarterback. But even with all these picks that you see on screen right now, I don't know if it's enough to get the number one pick, Joe Burrow. Because guess what? The Bengals, they also need a quarterback, and I don't know why you'd give up Burrow. So here's a trade that you guys might have seen before. It's the RG3 trade, right? So think about how much the Rams had to give up to get RG3. And remember, RG3 was the second pick, okay? So my man Tom Downey, go follow him on Twitter, at WhatGoingDowney. This is what he projected that the Carolina Panthers at pick 7 would have to give up to get Joe Burrow, the number one overall pick. Yeah, it's a lot. So the Miami Dolphins would have to give up even, about this much. So here's what the Dolphins have right now at their quarterback depth chart. Now, I love Ryan Fitzpatrick's beard. Josh Rosen, swing and a miss. There's no doubt that there is a major need at quarterback. But for what you would have to give up to get Burrow is just asinine. And it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. So should the Dolphins trade up to number 1, I want you to type 1 for yes, and I want you to type 5 for no. The reason why you're typing 5 for no is because they have the 5th overall pick in the 2020 draft. I'm going to type my 5 for no because the Dolphins, they have major needs, but they do have 3 first-round picks. Use it smart. And if you want another quarterback, heck, maybe go get Tua. We got more Antonio Brown drama as well on NFL Daily here today, and oh, hey, B, I wish you'd get your stuff together. So Brown was involved in allegedly a battery incident at his home on Tuesday, if you didn't see that. The alleged victim was a moving truck driver. And then on top of that, when the police tried to get a hold of AB, he apparently locked himself in his house, and he refused to cooperate with the police. So, 2020, new year, new me. I think we're going to get the same Antonio Brown that we got last year, and he's already off to a hot start in 2020. On January 13th, if you didn't see it, we made a video about it. He put on his Instagram a bag of, you can read. Then he was fired by his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, on January 16th. January 21st, accused of burglary and battery. And then on 22nd of January, locked himself in his home to avoid the police. Antonio Brown, my man, you got to get it together. But AB, well, he's been a common staple here on Chat Sports. And to keep up with AB and all the latest things around the NFL, I want you to subscribe to Chat Sports. Click that big red button. We're going to put the youtube.com/chatsportstv in the description if you can't find the subscribe button. But if you love the NFL, if you love keeping up to date, if you want to be that guy at the bar that talks about NFL knowledge, here you go. We're the place to help you out. Click subscribe, turn on those noties so you know every time we put out a video. I'm not done, though, with Antonio Brown. I'm not done with Antonio Brown. So NJ.com and Chat Sports here alike, we're starting to wonder if Brown's career is over. I mean, you guys can tell me, right? The amount of FAB chants that happen when we go live, the amount of drama that's going on with Antonio Brown on the off field, not on the field. He was recently let go by his agent. We get it. He's a very talented player. And when you look at his numbers when he's on the field, he was on path to be a Hall of Famer. He was. I mean, that's 4 straight years of over 100 catches. Heck, it was 6 straight years of over 100 catches. 6 straight years of over 1,000 yards. The dude had a career-high 15 touchdowns in 2018. And what can he do? Stay off Twitter, stay off Instagram, and he can't hide his bag of you-know-what. So is Antonio Brown's career over? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. So while the ad is playing on YouTube, I want you to scroll on down and give me your honest opinion on Antonio Brown. Y for yes, N for no. If somebody wants to add Antonio Brown and send him this video, I'd love to hear what he has to say about this pinned comment. The next rumor is around the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and I guess there's a contract update. It's nothing really, I'll say, new. And if you've watched the Cowboys report, this is something that Tom has basically pounded the table on for a very long time. So we've known for a long time that the Cowboys plan to at least tag Dak Prescott. I mean, the dude had over 4,900 passing yards. He had a great year. But Stephen Jones, was at the Senior Bowl and he was asked about Dak Prescott and the negotiations and the contract. And he just said, Dak is our top offseason priority. And he should be. I mean, if you've watched our NFL videos here, we have Dak Prescott as the #1 free agent right now because he's a young quarterback. He's won the NFC East, twice already. He's been to the playoffs. Sure, he hasn't won a lot of games in the playoffs, but it's not on him. I mean, the defense definitely underachieved. So you got to think about what kind of money he's going to get. For me personally, I would like to pay Dak Prescott around $33, $34 million. But the longer and longer the Cowboys continue to wait, the higher and higher that price is going to go. All I'm saying is you better sign Dak before Deshaun Watson, and you better sign Dak before Patrick Mahomes, or he's going to make even more money than what he already is going to make. Let's talk about another quarterback in the NFC East, and I'll be honest, this one is kind of bittersweet for me. Eli Manning has been a quarterback where if you want to talk about somebody who maybe doesn't have all the tools to get it done, but needed to play clutch in certain situations and beat the Patriots, it was Eli Manning. Now, he is retiring after 16 seasons with the Giants. He's got 2 Super Bowls. He's top 10 in yards and touchdowns, and he's had a great career. Sure, you're always going to get that Eli Manning face here and there after a bad pick, but Eli Manning was able to really rally a team that had no business beating, I'll still say, the greatest team ever in the New England Patriots. So here's a debate that my family has all the time. I got some Giants fans in my family. I got some Jets fans in my family. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? It's a good question. I think if you just look at talent alone, I wouldn't say he is. I don't think he is. But then when you look at the 2 Super Bowls, the 2 Super Bowl MVPs, beating the greatest team ever, I think he is. So is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? I want you to type 1 for yes and type 2 for no. Now today's sponsor, it's BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code NFL120. It gets you 120% deposit bonus. If y'all like to bet on the NFL, if you want to bet on the NBA, if you want to bet on the Super Bowl, Chiefs or 49ers, one place to do it and one place only. It's at BetDSI. And the reason why it's the only place to do it, because you're not going to find a better deal than that 120% deposit bonus. Let's now go to Tom Brady. And we're going to talk about Tom Brady a lot. And are the Patriots going to re-sign him? So I don't know if you guys saw this video, but TMZ posted a video of the Patriots owner, Robert Kraft, basically just kind of, getting to his vehicle. I don't know where he was going. I think he was going to a massage parlor, but hey, that's just between you and me. So the reporter asked about Tom Brady's status, and all Kraft said was, we plan to re-sign Tom Brady. And people made a big deal about it. They're like, see, he's coming back to the Patriots. I mean, it's another thing, what do you expect Robert Kraft to say? Now, I don't need to sit up here and tell you all about Tom Brady's accolades. He's been incredible, right? He's arguably the greatest quarterback ever. I will say that he is the GOAT. But if the Patriots don't bring back Tom Brady, I think it's going to be a major miss. Now, if you look at what he did in 2019, he didn't have as good of a year. But for the first time in, I think, Brady's career, he has hit that plateau where he's not good enough to fully carry a team. You need to put some pieces around him. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Tom Brady, actually tests the free agent waters, goes visit teams. The Patriots should be really nervous because your other options are Jarrett Stidham and Cody Kessler. A single alone, I could just say Tom Brady free agency, show Kraft and Belichick that graphic, and if it doesn't scare the living daylights out of them, I don't know what I got to do. Not sure. So here at Chat Sports, we are an interactive YouTube channel, and I can't wait to see the results of this one. We have a lot of 49ers fans. We do. Shout out to Niners fans out there. So would you rather have Tom Brady or Jimmy Garoppolo? Type B for Brady. Type G for Jimmy G. And for every single person out there typing G for Jimmy Garoppolo, the next rumor that we have coming up on today's show, all I'm saying, it's going to absolutely blow your mind. So pick a quarterback. Tom Brady, type B, or Jimmy Garoppolo, type G. I told you this one was dumb. Tom Brady replacing Jimmy Garoppolo. Every single 49er fan out there, I want you to comment, Skip, you're an idiot. So Skip Bayless thinks that Jimmy Garoppolo is holding back the 49ers. I'm not totally on board with that, okay? So this is the comment that Skip makes. If he throws 3 picks and completely unravels and just looks awful in the face of Patrick Mahomes, I would not be shocked if John Lynch, the 49ers GM, if he doesn't in the offseason make a play for Tom Brady, because it has been written several times that they could get out from under Jimmy G without any huge salary cap. Now, before, an important note here, Jimmy G, 26.6 cap hit, $4.2 million in dead money. Okay? Got it. Let's go to the 2019 stats. This is what Jimmy Garoppolo did. This is what Tom Brady did. I mean, sure, you can look at yards, but yards is really the only thing that Tom Brady has. And even that, like, come on. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo, I get it. He only threw, 2 passes in the second half of the NFC Championship game. But I guess if you ask any 49er fan out there, they're going to say, I don't care. Why? Because they're winning football games. And Jimmy Garoppolo has got a high completion percentage, a really nice one if I may add, and a yards per attempt of 8.4 yards. They're running the football effectively. He's running the offense effectively. And the fact that they think, Skip Bayless thinks that they would take Tom Brady over Jimmy Garoppolo at this point, I think is laughable. Absolutely laughable. That's all I have to say. 49er fans, let me know what you think. I can't wait to see the results of this. So we also have a lot of NFL gear for y'all. If you need some new team gear to rep it in the offseason, don't worry. I got you. Go to chatsports.com/NFL sale. Between you and me, that sweatshirt that I just showed, you might as well cut the sleeves off it. I think it would look a lot better. Maybe you want a hat. We got hats too. It's not just 49ers hats. It's not just the Seahawks jersey. Any fan team hat, any jersey, t-shirt, sweatshirt, all this gear, limited time only. Chatsports.com/NFL sale. You can get it up to 50% off. If you got a Matthew Stafford jersey, well, might have to get a new one. I don't really think it's going to happen, though. So here's Max Kellerman. He goes, the Lions should trade Matthew Stafford to the New England Patriots. The only issue with that, Kellerman, and also he makes a note that's like it would be unfair, basically, if the Lions were to trade Matthew Stafford to the Patriots because of how good Matthew Stafford was last year. Kellerman, come on, man. But, can we just think about this? Trading away Matthew Stafford makes 0 sense for the Lions. Literally 0 sense for the Lions. Their GM told Matt Patricia, this is your year. If you don't win, you're going to get fired. So if I'm a coach, why would I trade away my best player? Because if I do, I'm going to lose and I'm going to get fired. So first off, Max Kellerman, you're an idiot for even thinking of this. So ESPN was like, okay, we'll throw together a trade idea. Matthew Stafford for a first-round pick. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Matthew Stafford, I'm pretty confident, if he is healthy, I understand the back injury, he's going to be the quarterback. Jeff Driscoll's not the answer. I mean, he started off okay, but then he turned into Jeff Driscoll. Blau, come on. He's a free agent. Driscoll's a free agent. Matthew Stafford was having a great season, okay? And he was actually on pace to throw for 4,998 yards. And he was on pace to throw for 38 touchdowns. I've ripped on Matthew Stafford a lot, but the Lions are not going to trade Stafford. Now, let me say this. If you do want a new quarterback, maybe you go out and draft Tua at number 3 overall, right? We know the Dolphins, they want to potentially draft Tua. And if the medical checks out, and if Tua's fully healthy, Tua's an incredible quarterback. I love Tua. So if you're the Lions, and Matthew Stafford's back scaring you a little bit, do you draft Tua? I want you to type T for Tua, or I want you to type S for Matthew Stafford. I want you to pick a quarterback. Let me know in the comments section. Last thing today on NFL Daily, if you didn't see it, it's probably because you're not subscribed to my Raiders channel. Go check it out, youtube.com/Raiders Report. The Raiders now are officially the Las Vegas Raiders, and I will make a vow that every time that I say Oakland Raiders, I will take a drink on NFL Daily because I think that's fair. So no logo change, which I know the nation was very happy about. They kept it pretty simple, even though the big announcement went on for about 30 minutes too long before they actually got to the announcement. The bottom line here is the Raiders, they moved to Vegas, and they officially changed their name to the Las Vegas Raiders.